3 seconds per question. Let's begin. In Japan, giving someone a clock as a gift is considered unlucky because it symbolizes what? Which country celebrates La Tomatina, a massive tomato-throwing festival? In Indian weddings, what does the red color of a bride's sari traditionally symbolize? In which country would you find the Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos celebration? In traditional Chinese culture, which color is associated with good luck and happiness? Which Middle Eastern country is known for its traditional coffee served with cardamom? What traditional Scottish instrument is often played at weddings and funerals? In France, what type of bread is traditionally bought fresh daily and carried under the arm? Which country celebrates the Lunar New Year with lion and dragon dances? What cultural concept from Denmark refers to a feeling of coziness and comfortable contentment? The Maori people are indigenous to which country? Which African tribe is famous for wearing elaborate red ochre hairstyles and jewelry? Which European city hosts the famous carnival featuring masks and gondolas? In Korean culture, bowing lower than the other person indicates what? Which Japanese art form involves arranging flowers for harmony and balance? In Thailand, what part of the body is considered sacred and should not be touched? The Great Wall of China was primarily built to protect against invasions from which group? Which country's flag features a cedar tree, a symbol of peace and immortality? What cultural tradition involves breaking a piñata filled with sweets? The tango dance originated in which country? Which Nordic concept means just the right amount, promoting balance in life? The ancient Inca city of Machu Picchu is located in which country? What is the traditional Japanese theater art featuring elaborate makeup and stylized acting? In Russia, what do people traditionally do before taking a shot of vodka? Which African country is famous for its ancient rock-hewn churches in Lalibela? In which country would you find the Bollywood film industry? What is the Japanese term for the cherry blossom season? The word siesta refers to a traditional midday rest common in which culture? Which African tribe is known for their jumping dance, adumu? What What traditional Chinese practice focuses on balancing energy through needle insertion? In Mexican culture, which spirit is honored during Dia de los Muertos? In French cuisine, what are escargots? Which country's traditional costume is the kimono? Which Native American structure is made of animal hides and wooden poles? The Aboriginal people are native to which continent? Which Middle Eastern city is considered holy by Judaism, Christianity, and Islam? Which country is home to the Carnival of Rio de Janeiro? What traditional Japanese garment is worn at summer festivals? The Running of the Bulls festival takes place in which Spanish city? The Maori dance performed before battle to show strength is called what? In Indian culture, what is the mark worn on the forehead called? In Greece, breaking plates during celebrations symbolizes what? Which Asian country celebrates the harvest festival called Chuseok? The word aloha in Hawaiian culture means what? In Turkish culture, what is nazar believed to protect you from? What Italian city is famous for its opera house, La Scala? What color is considered royal in many cultures, symbolizing power and wealth? The ancient practice of yoga originated in which country? What do people traditionally eat on New Year's in Japan for good fortune? What is the name of the ancient Celtic festival that inspired Halloween? Which African tribe is known for their lip plates, often worn by women as a sign of beauty and strength? The ancient festival of Nowruz marks the new year in which cultural region? The practice of throat singing originated among which northern indigenous people? The tango dance first emerged in the working-class neighborhoods of which city? The Japanese tea ceremony emphasizes 4 key principles: harmony, respect, purity, and what? The Tuareg people of the Sahara are often called the Blue People because of what? The art of henna, body painting, is traditionally used for what events? The kente cloth originates from which West African country? The Aboriginal didgeridoo is made from what material? In In Japanese culture, folding 1,000 paper cranes is said to grant what? The Celtic festival of Beltane celebrates what? The Maori tattooing tradition, called tamoko, represents what? The word origami literally means what in Japanese? What is the traditional headwear of Sikh men called? The carnival in Venice originated as a way to do what? What ancient language is still used in Ethiopian Orthodox Church ceremonies? The Holi festival in India is known as the festival of what? In traditional Mongolian culture, what animal is considered sacred and central to life? The Balinese offering baskets, called chanang sari, are used for what? In Japan, what are maneki neko figurines believed to bring? The Oktoberfest celebration originally marked the wedding of which royal family? The Maasai people measure wealth primarily by the number of what? What traditional Chinese belief system emphasizes living in harmony with the Tao? The traditional Russian nesting dolls are known as what? In which culture is the Lunar New Year also called Tet? The Inuit build igloos as what kind of structure? The samurai in Japan followed a strict moral code known as what? The dance known as flamenco originated in which Spanish region? Which indigenous civilization built the city of Tikal? The ancient Egyptian writing system is known as what? The hanbok is a traditional garment from which country? In which country would you find traditional yurts as nomadic dwellings? The Persian poet Rumi is associated with what spiritual practice? The Dayak tribes are native to which large island in Southeast Asia? The Aztecs used cacao beans as a form of what? The Norse Yggdrasil represents what in mythology? The concept of Ubuntu in African philosophy emphasizes what idea? The art of sand mandalas is associated with which religion? The kilim is a traditional hand-woven rug from which region? In Japanese tradition, no theater uses what unique element? In Bhutan, the country's success is measured not by GDP, but by what? The Dogon people of Mali believe their ancestors came from which star system? The traditional throat-singing style, kume, originated in which region? The Easter Island statues, known as moai, face inward for what cultural reason? The Sami people inhabit the Arctic regions of which 4 countries? The Japanese concept wabi-sabi refers to what aesthetic idea? The Zoroastrian towers of silence were traditionally used for what purpose? The Maori word whakapapa refers to what concept? In Tibetan Buddhism, what is the purpose of prayer flags? The Garuda is a mythological bird found in which Asian culture's traditions? Write your score in the comments.